A recent poll shows a deeply divided America. Half of those surveyed call former President Donald Trump a fascist. This label is primarily used by Democrats. The poll, conducted by ABC News Ipsos, also reveals widespread distrust of Trump's truthfulness. This further fuels the already contentious political climate. The results show the lasting impact of Trump's presidency. He continues to influence American politics. Nearly two-thirds of respondents doubt his honesty. Trump's reputation for making false statements continues to shape public opinion. The poll's findings are a stark reminder of the challenges facing America. The nation grapples with political polarization and misinformation. The survey included 2,808 adults. It exposes the deep ideological rifts dividing Americans. A significant portion of the population sees a former president as a fascist. This shows the erosion of trust. It also shows the rise of extremism in today's politics. America is navigating turbulent times. Understanding the root causes of this division is crucial. Fostering unity is important. Preserving democratic values is also crucial. Vice President Kamala Harris has ignited controversy. She called former President Donald Trump a fascist. Her accusation came during a recent political event. It is rooted in what she sees as Trump's authoritarian tendencies. She also points to his admiration for dictators. Harris's remarks stem from Trump's actions and statements. These have raised concerns about his commitment to democratic norms. Harris points to Trump's praise for authoritarian leaders. She also notes his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. She uses these as evidence of his fascist leanings. Harris argues that Trump's rhetoric and actions are familiar. They remind her of historical fascist figures. These figures sought to consolidate power and silence dissent. Her decision to use such a loaded term reflects the escalating political tensions. It also reflects the growing concern among Democrats. They worry about the future of American democracy. Trump is known for his fiery rhetoric. He has a confrontational style. He has repeatedly dismissed such accusations. He calls them baseless attacks from his political opponents. Trump maintains that his actions were always in America's best interests. He says his critics are misrepresenting his words and actions. They do this for political gain. The exchange between Harris and Trump highlights the deep polarization in American politics. It shows the challenges of having a reasoned debate about important issues. Fascism is a term that evokes the horrors of World War II. It is often used to describe authoritarian regimes. These regimes have certain characteristics. They are characterized by extreme nationalism. They suppress dissent, and they are often militaristic. The ideology gained prominence in Europe in the early 20th century. Leaders like Benito Mussolini in Italy and Adolf Hitler in Germany embodied its core tenets. Understanding the historical context of fascism is crucial. It helps us evaluate whether the label is appropriate today. We need to see if it fits in contemporary political discourse. Fascist regimes typically emerge during specific times. These are periods of economic and social upheaval. They exploit fear and uncertainty to seize power. They often scapegoat minority groups, and they promote a cult of personality around a charismatic leader. Propaganda and censorship are essential tools for fascist regimes. These tools help them control information. They can then shape public opinion. The use of violence and intimidation is another hallmark of fascism. They use this against political opponents. Paramilitary groups often operate with impunity. They target those who dare to challenge the regime. The historical legacy of fascism serves as a stark warning. It warns us about the dangers of unchecked authoritarianism. It reminds us of the importance of safeguarding democratic values. Historians and political scientists are debating. They are asking whether Donald Trump's presidency exhibited fascist tendencies. Some experts argue that Trump's rhetoric and actions do. They point to his attacks on the media. They note his attempts to undermine the electoral process. They say these bear striking similarities to the tactics employed by fascist leaders. Others are cautious. They warn against drawing direct comparisons. They argue that the United States democratic institutions survived. They proved resilient during his presidency. The debate over Trump's legacy will likely continue. Scholars and citizens will be grappling with the implications of his presidency. They will debate its meaning for the future of American democracy. The accusations of fascism are serious. They are leveled against Donald Trump. They have injected a volatile element into the 2024 presidential election. The atmosphere is already charged. Trump has hinted at a possible run. The specter of his presidency hangs over everything. The debate over his political ideology looms large over the race. Both sides of the political spectrum use inflammatory language. This further deepens the partisan divide. It makes civil discourse increasingly difficult. The allegations of fascism are likely to be a central theme in the upcoming election. Democrats will be seeking to portray Trump as a threat to democracy. Republicans will be accusing their opponents of engaging in fear-mongering. The outcome of the election will have significant implications. It will impact the direction of the country and the future of American democracy. If Trump were to run and win, it would be seen by many as a vindication. His policies would be validated, the accusations against him would be rejected. Conversely, a defeat for Trump would likely embolden his critics. There would be calls for a reckoning with his legacy. The 2024 election will be a pivotal moment in American history. Voters will decide whether to embrace Trump's vision for the country, or they could chart a different course. The stakes are high. The outcome will have far-reaching consequences for generations to come.